So I didn't know if I was going to be able to film this video or not. I really don't think I'm going to be able to film this video, but I'm going to try. It's been like a really bad week, and you know when you just kind of, you don't even know what the days are. Like, I didn't even realise it was Friday, and I was like, oh shit, 6 o'clock tonight. I was like, oh fuck, I was supposed to upload a video. But yeah, like, my mental health is just like so bad right now. I've just got out of the bath. That's why I'm looking a bit flustered. It's really hard for me because obviously I still want to make like a full length mental health video, like about my story, but like I suppose that can't happen when my mental health is still bad because I want to make it when I'm well. So I don't see why making this kind of video would be a problem. And I just needed something to do because it's better than just sitting with your own thoughts, I guess. There's a few things I wanted to say. First was that what's frustrating for me is that I've mentioned in last week's video, and I mentioned my first video when I came back to YouTube, that I was going through this like Jack Matthews Reborn. And so a little bit of like explanation of what that is, which I can't remember if I explained in the last video I made. But when my mental health like hits rock bottom and I start to get well again, I feel like I'm becoming a new person. After coming out of hospital last year for the second time, I felt like it was my chance to, recreate myself, like rediscover myself, I guess you could say. Which, with how my mind works, was like, that was the case. Like, you've been through this now. It's time for this to happen. So it's really baffling to me that I'm not progressing. I don't feel like I'm getting better. Like, I just feel nothing. I that's the easiest way to explain it. Like, I can't feel anything. So I see a therapist weekly, and she was off for the holidays, of course. So last time I saw her was December 20th. And then I was scheduled to see her this week or last week, I can't remember. And I think it was this week, and she caught the flu. So I haven't seen her this week. But obviously, like, because I struggle so much with mental health, it was like I was getting like no support. So I beat myself up so much because I hate that I can't get through life with a bit of help. And it's silly because we all need help. And like my therapist would say to me, it's like, if you break your leg, you're not expected to just, the following day hop back on it and start walking like normal again. You have to heal, and you have to learn how to cope with it and deal with it. And for the past 6 years, I've really struggled with coping. One thing I will say is that I really struggle with like a chronic feeling of like loneliness. I just always feel like I'm by myself, and I feel very much like an alien sometimes. Like I don't fit in with any kind of group of friends, or don't fit in with my family, society in general. It's not, I try not to dwell on that because I think it's, when I say it, it sounds very narcissistic, but that's just how my mind makes me feel. I feel like no one understands me. And so, as well, I have never really openly spoke about my mental health. I've always kind of like kept it inside, and I've never wanted to like put it online or out into the world because it's really personal to me, and it's really my story and for me to tell. So I've never been able to share it. And since Mental Health Awareness Day last year, I don't know what it was. I think obviously mental illness and everything that falls under that, suicidal attempts, suicides. It's not that there's definitely been an increase, but I feel like personally it was more and more last year. There was so many people that were celebrities that it would happen to, and it's happening to people every day. And I've been a victim of mental health, so I just felt like it was unfair for me not to put out into the world, because I feel like what I find frustrating is when you go online, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, all you see is people happy. You don't really see what goes on behind closed doors. So I felt that I hate the superficialness of like social media and online. So I was like, that's it. The cat's out of the bag. I think I'd like, I might have like slightly mentioned it, but I'd never gone into like full descriptive what I've been through. So like I said to myself, well, from now on I'm just gonna share it, because I think as well with like Instagram and stuff, I just think that what you see on Instagram isn't always real, and I try my best to be as real as possible. So yes, I'm artistic, yes, I like my Instagram to have an aesthetic. Twitter, I don't really give a shit. I don't really speak openly on that either. What you see on a screen, what you hear through the speaker on your phone or laptop, it's only what people want you to hear. And so for me, it's like, I want people to hear that this is what's going on. even to people like me. It's happening, you know, all the time, and I don't know, I think I struggle so much with it that I just want, maybe it's a sense of like reassurance that I'm not the only one that struggles. And I think what deep down my true goal is with my career, I always want to be an ambassador for mental health. I really, because I feel sometimes entitled and privileged that because I struggle with it, I can seek the help, and I feel so heavy about the people that are going through what I'm going through, these exact emotions, this exact feeling, and they can't get the help. And I've not been able to see my therapist for a month, and there's some people that have to do that constantly. They can never speak to anyone, and that just like, yeah, really, really upsets me. So yeah, we should talk about it. We should be open about it. Something to be ashamed of. I know so many people have heard this all and read this all before, but you know, I think sometimes it's different when you hear it from someone new, or you know, sometimes people might share their story, and you might like hear that experience in a whole different light, because you know, I think we're only going to get better and we're only going to help each other and bring awareness to mental health if there's a conversation. And what I think I struggled with initially was not the attention, but I think when you make yourself extremely vulnerable like that, and you put yourself online and say, you know, I'm struggling, you do get people concerned about you, and that's amazing, that's great. That's, you know, a human trait is empathy and sympathy. But I don't do it for sympathy. I do it because, like I said, I want to spread awareness. So I really struggle with the other side of it, of people being concerned, because I don't want to be put in that kind of spotlight where it's like, we're worried about you, how are you, like what's going on, because I'm just doing it because I want people to, you know, see it and read it and watch it and think, holy shit, I'm not alone, because I know what it's like to feel alone. And I don't think I follow enough people on my social medias that speak about it, because you know, you follow celebrities and people speak about it every now and then when these things happen, but I don't ever see it a constant conversation about people that are struggling every day of their lives. But yeah, it's just like sometimes when I have baths, I am laying there and I've felt nothing, and it feels like my body is empty. I feel like I'm one with the water. And that probably sounds crazy, but I cannot explain that there's so much that goes on up in here that everything else isn't existing. And I know that's just a cluster of thoughts, and you know, it's what I do with my therapist is I unravel that and I get to the core of it and all the rest. And as well, when I feel this way, I feel it at every experience and every time in my life that I felt it before. So I remember when I first felt it when I was 17. I remember when I was going through it at 18, at 19. I feel like the time shifts back, and the darkness and the sadness is always there waiting for me, because I don't feel like myself right now. I don't even know who this person is. Again, probably sounds really crazy, but like I know Jack. I know the Jack I want to be, or who I'm going to be. The Jack, you know, that wants to sell his art, get his art out into the world, who wants to his long-term goal to direct music videos, to improve his drag and perform and be that happily bubbly person I know I can be, but he's just not here at the moment. And I know I can be that person because I've been him before. It's just hard as well, because sometimes for me, when I see my friends or I speak to my mum, I can sometimes put up this wall and facade that like I'm fine, like I can have a laugh with my friends, and sounds so cliche. It's like, oh my god, I'm fine, but I'm dying on the inside. And it's not like that. It's more just a case of that, like, I don't ever think people know exactly what's going on inside. And that's what I struggle with, is that I can never express that enough. I've put that on a caption of one of my artworks, is that like, I wish sometimes I could put someone else inside my mind for a second and just know what it's like to feel how I feel, or feel that loneliness and feel that emptiness and that nothingness, because it is soul destroying. But yeah, anyway, I didn't think I was going to be able to do this video. I didn't think I was going to be able to make it, but I've done it, and I'm going to upload it, because like I said in my previous video, I just want to mark this moment in time, so when I feel better, I can look back and think, holy shit, don't ever go back to that place. It's not really a choice, but yeah, thank you for watching. I'm pretty sure it's not the most thrilling video to watch. I'm sorry it's morbid, but like I said previously, not everything that needs to go online needs to be happy clappy. I live a perfect life. I just want to break this wall of a screen. I want to break the internet, paper magazine. No, I just want us to be real. I wish I could. I'm so annoyed right now because actually my phone's broken. My phone doesn't record sound at the moment because I dropped it in the bath. And like, I used to be able to post Instagram stories talking, because that's when I feel I can actually show who I am as a person. See you next week, hopefully. yeah, there's still got a long list of ideas I want to do, but I'm just not, need to get myself better. That's the main thing. Bye.